Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. Most men have no idea how powerful their words really are. They think attraction is all about looks, money, or status, but the truth, it's about how you make her feel, and one of the most overlooked duels you have is a well-placed compliment. Think about it. Have you ever seen a woman's entire energy shift from just one thing a man said? That's no accident. One sentence delivered the right way can change the way she sees you. Forever 8 a day, I'm breaking down 8 powerful compliments that go beyond surface-level flattery. These aren't try-hard lines or cheesy pick phrases. These are psychological compliments designed to tap into something primal, compliments that make her feel seen, respected, and drawn to you. And here's the brutal truth. If you're still dropping basic, forgettable compliments, you're just another name in her DMs. But if you understand the Stoic approach, the power of restraint, intention, and presence, you'll see theatrical influence comes not from chasing her, but from shaping how she experiences you. So, if you're ready to stand out, elevate your presence, and leave a lasting impression, keep watching. Before we dive in, make Soreto subscribe if you're serious about transforming your relationships and mastering attraction through stoicism. Every video here will sharpen your mindset and your souls. Compliment number 1. That fragrance you're wearing. It's addictive. Let's start with something powerful. Scent. Most men overlook it completely. But if you understand the deeper psychology of attraction, you know this. A woman's fragrance is one of the strongest triggers for memory and desire. How many times has a smell instantly taken you back to a moment, a place, or even a person? That's because scent is tied directly to the brain's limbic system, separate responsible for emotion and memory. So, when you say that fragrance you're wearing, it's addictive. It lingers. You're not just saying she smells good. You're telling her presence stays with you even after she's gone, but that's intoxicating. Here's the Stoic angle. The average guy throws around thoughtless compliments. You lookness? That dress is cute. But a man who pays attention to how she smells, how it affects him, and delivers that truth with calm precision, that man stands out because he speaks with weight. He doesn't flatter for approval. He observes, he reflects, he speaks with intention. That's second of man a woman remembers. Compliment number 1. Say it like Umi in it. Don't overdo it. Confidence doesn't shout. It speaks calmly, clearly, and with intent. When you deliver a compliment with steady, grounded energy like a man knows his worth, she feels it. You're in it trying to impress, you're just telling the truth. And that truth, it sticks that she remembers that moment. Not just today, but the next time she wears that perfume or glances in the mirror. Because real attraction isn't loud, it's psychological. It embeds itself deep. Compliment number 2, your smile could brighten up an entire room. Most guys miss this one. They focus on looks, teeth, lips, but a smile, it's more than a facial expression. It's an energy, a frequency. It changes the atmosphere. You felt it before. Someone walks in and suddenly the entire room feels lighter. That's not about looks, it's presence. When you say this, you're not just admiring her appearance, you're recognizing her impact. You're saying, I see what your presence does to the people around you. That kind of awareness is rare and powerful. And here's where Stoicism ties in. A Stoic man doesn't chase attention, but he notices. He sees beyond the obvious and speaks to most ignore. That's why this compliment lands. It's not about beauty. It's about influence. Compliment number 3. I love how real you are. You didn't try to fit in, you're just you. Let's be blunt. In a world obsessed with filters, perfection, and performance, being real is a rebellion. When you tell a woman this, you're not complimenting her appearance, you're honoring her courage. You're telling her, I see the version of you that the world rarely sees, and I respect it. That's deep because most people only live surface level praise, but this speaks to identitato self-worth. A realness is intimidating and rare. When you call it out, you're saying you're enough just as you are, and again the Stoic man sees value where others don't. He doesn't need flash. He admires strength and subtlety. That's what this compliment does. It recognizes power without noise. Compliment number 4. I love the way you see the world. It's unique and it truly makes me think. This one hits differently. Why? Because most people live on autopilot. Repeating what they've heard, following trends, avoiding depth. But every now and then you meet someone who challenges that, who questions things, who brings a new lens to the world and makes you pause. When you tell her this, you're not just praising her mind. You're appreciating her perspective. You're showing that her voice, her thoughts matter. This isn't about intelligence. It's about originality, and women who see the world differently are rarely acknowledged for it. So when you do, you stand out. And here's the truth. A woman wants to feel seen, not just for how she looks, but for how she thinks. That's why this compliment lingers. It's not flattery. It's validation of something deeper. Hair in her world. Final note. A Stoic man doesn't hand out compliments for approval. He gives them because he sees clearly, because he knows the value of what most overlook. Speak with intention. Stay grounded and watch what happens when you actually see her. Not just with your eyes, but with your awareness that that's not just attraction, that's connection. When you acknowledge that kind of depth in a woman, you're tapping into something powerful. A saying, "I love the way you see the world," isn't just a sweet compliment. It's a recognition of her mind, her insight, her ability to question, to notice what others miss. You're telling her, your thoughts matter to me. And in a world obsessed with surface-level validation, how she looks, what she's wearing, whether she fits a certain mold, that kind of recognition cuts through the noise. Most people stay trapped in echo chambers. They surround themselves with familiar thinking, comfortable conversions, and predictable minds. But when you meet someone who sees the world differently, who challenges the obvious, questions deeply, and brings a fresh lens to reality, it pulls you in. That kind of perspective is rare. And if you're wise, you don't just notice it, you honor it. When you tell a woman you love how she sees the world, you're saying your perspective carries weight. Your mind leaves an impact. Your voice matters. Think about it. Surface level. Compliments are cheap. You're so beautiful. I love your hair. You look amazing. Anyone can say that, but I love the way you see the world. That hits different. It shows that you're not just captivated by her face, you're intrigued by her mind, by how she processes life, by how she makes meaning out of the chaos. That's what sets you apart. Most men don't even think to notice a woman's intellect. They're too busy chasing the next distraction. But when you show genuine interest in how she thinks and how she views reality, you're building something deeper than attraction. You're building respect. And that's where Stoicism quietly enters the room. A Stoic man values wisdom. He doesn't follow the crowd. He carves his own path. He sees life clearly, listens carefully, and appreciates those who dare to think differently. It is so when you say, "I love the way you see the world," you're not just complimenting here, you're honoring her courage, the courage to think independently, to break from the herd, to carry a vision that's uniquely her. And in the end, it's not just a butho. She sees the world. It's about how her vision makes you see the world differently, too, and that's what separates men of depth from the one who's still playing on the surface. Let's be honest. Most people out there are just playing the shallow game. But real quick, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell me which of these compliments would you actually use see in real life? Or better yet, type this in the comments. Words have power, and I know how to use them. It'll help lock in what you've learned and boost engagement. Let's see who's really paying attention. Compliment number 5. I love your energy. It's contagious. It makes me want to be the best version of myself. Let's face it, energy is everything. You've met people who drain the life out of every room. But then there are the ones who light it up. They don't just fill a room, they commend it. When you say, "I love your energy," it's not some empty compliment. You're acknowledging a force. The way she walks into a space and elevates it, her presence, it's like a spark that ignites something in you, pushes you to rise, to do better, to become more. Because Inji isn't just about being fun or lively. It's about being a presence that inspires growth, action, and self-mastery. From a Stoic perspective, this is everything. The Stoics believed in surrounding just with people who make you better. And when you recognize that in her, you're not just making her feel good. You're showing her you see her energy. It's not just a vibe. It's a call to action, and in a world full of mediocrity, she's a reminder to never settle. Compliment number 6. You're honestly one of the most thoughtful people I've ever met. You really care about others and ichals. Let's get real. In a world full of filters, followers, and fake personas, genuine thoughtfulness is rare. Most people are out for themselves, but every once in a while you meet someone different, someone who pays attention, who remembers the little things, who checks in on people not for credit, but because they actually care. When you say this to her, you're not just being polite, you're seeing her. You're acknowledging the depth behind her kindness. That it's not about grand gestures. It's the small, consistent ways she shows up for others. The kind of woman who's not chasing attention, she's giving value. And in today's world, that stands out. To someone you call that out, when you recognize it, you're not just offering a compliment, you're honoring character. Let me know in the comments which compliment hithered is for you. And don't forget, words shave power. Use them with intention. Compliment number 6, I respect how thoughtful you are. It speaks to your character. This isn't just flattery, it's recognition of something deeper. In third pill world, we understand that actions speak louder than words. It's not about surface level compliments or charm. It's about honoring what's real, not what's flashy. When a woman shows consistent thoughtfulness, it's not just a sweet trait. It reflects her integrity. And integrity is timeless. She's not just playing a role. She genuinely adds value. She's not looking for attention. She's making a real impact. From a Stoic perspective, we admire virtue over vanity. Stoicism teaches us to recognize what truly matters: character, consistency, and care for others. When you acknowledge her thoughtfulness, you're doing more than complimenting a trait, you're honoring her strength. This is kind of woman who stands out without trying to stand out, and that's rare, that's real. Compliment number 7. I love how driven you are. Your sense of purpose is seriously inspiring. Let's be honest. Ambition today is rare. Not the flashy kind that chases clout, but the real kind. The kind that wakes up early, stays up late, and keeps pushing no matter what. In a world addicted to instant gratification, people who stay focused on their mission are a dying breed. When you say, I love how driven you are, you're not just noticing her hustle. You're seeing her fire, her grit, and her refusal to settle. You're recognizing the late nights, the sacrifices, the vision she refuses to give up on. That's not just a compliment. It's respect. You're saying, I see what you're building. I see your purpose. And in a society full of people drifting aimlessly, that recognition hits deep. From a red pill lens. Drive isn't negotiable for men and women. Without it, you're forgettable, but with it you become uncheckable. Stoicism teaches us to pursue excellence relentlessly. So when you praise her drive, you're honoring that virtue. She's not waiting for life to happen. She's making it happen. And when you call that out, you're telling her you're different, you're powerful, you matter. Compliment number 8. You have this incredible way of making people feel seen, comfortable, and truly valued. This is about emotional intelligence. A strength that often goes unnoticed but carries serious weight. In a world where everyone's trying to prove their worth, where noise often drowns out depth, there's something rare about a person who doesn't need to try. You've seen it. That one person who walks into a room and everything shifts. They don't speak loudly. They don't demand attention, but their presence, it settles people. It says you're safe here. No masks. No pretenses. Just realness. Now imagine telling a woman, you have this rare gift, the ability to make people feel truly seen and valued. That's not a typical compliment, and that's the point. It's not about looks. It's not about charm. It's about impact. It's about the space she creates around her where others can breathe, where they feel accepted without fear of judgment. Ask yourself, how many people do you know who make others feel that way? Most people are too wrapped up in themselves, their insecurities, their need for validation. But someone who's emotionally intelligent, she reads a room, she lifts people up without even realizing it. That kind of emotional presence, that's a superpower in today's world. And when you highlight that in a woman, you're doing more than complimenting her. You're honoring her strength, her self-awareness, her quiet ability to connect in a world that's often far too loud and superficial. Let's take it a step deeper. From a Stoic point of view, this isn't just empathy. It's a virtue. The Stoics believed in recognizing the humanity in others, in building bonds rooted in respect and mutual understanding. That kind of connection doesn't just happen. It takes wisdom, vulnerability, and courage so when you give this compliment, you're not just noticing her. You're telling her, I see the strength in your softness. I respect the way you show up. Not just for others, but for yourself. And in a world dominated by surface-level flattery and red pill noise, being real, being present, that's one of the most powerful things you can for her and for you too. So there you have it. 8 compliments that go far beyond the surface. They're not lines, they're bridges, and when spoken with honesty, they build something real. And if that spoke to you, wait until you see what the right words can do first thing in the morning. Click the video on your screen. 7. Good morning. Text no woman can ignore. It's a gamaker. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.